What's up, everybody? LUI. I salute you on a daily basis. One of the most famous channels on YouTube, namely WatchMojo.com, who makes top 10s on a daily basis, made a video related to bodybuilding. They call it Top 10 Most Famous Male Bodybuilders. And you guys guessed it, it talks about all eras. There is no specific era. And this one you're looking at is none other than the late Steve Reeves. He was Mr. Universe. He was also a famous actor in his role Hercules, Baby Please, and so on. They give it number 10. So first of all, let's go through their list and tell me what you guys think about it. I genuinely disagree about their list, so I made my own. But first of all, let's go through their list real quick. Steve Reeves is number 10. There you guys, you can see him. He was Mr. Natty all day and daily represented. Number 9, they give it to Mr. Aesthetic, right? Mr. Frank Zane rocking that severely aesthetic vacuum, shamelessly, bro. That's what's up. Number 8, they give it to Phil Heath, the current reigning Mr. Olympia 4 times so far. There we go. Number 7, Jay, the cut above Cutler, one of the 3 only men who was able to reclaim his title as a Mr. Olympia after a loss. There we go. Number 6, none other than the Shadow out from the UK, 6 times Mr. Olympia, one of the hardest guys out there, Mr. Yates. There we go. Number 5, you guys probably don't even know this guy, but his name is Sandow, right? Eugene Sandow, just like the Sandow, the statue that they give to the Mr. Olympia winner. They give him number 5. I greatly disagree, although he was one of, the initiators, not of bodybuilding, because there was no competition back there. He was a strong man, and people noticed his abs and his muscularity, so they start to like him because of that. He was doing some shows to try to replicate the Greek/Roman statues, but it was not called bodybuilding as of yet. They give him number 5. With all due respect, I disagree. There we go. Number 4, they give it to Roni Coleman. Debatable. I'll come back on that. That's what's up. I choose specifically some 1999 pictures because back then, in my reckoning, he was the most aesthetically pleasing to look at. Better salute that, bruh. Christmas tree all day and daily. Number 3, though, Franco Columbu, right? He's out from Macedonia, if I'm not mistaken. He was made the most famous in that documentary Pumpin' Iron in 1975 when he competed in Pretoria, as you guys remember, versus Arnold, versus Serge Nubret, and versus Lou Ferrigno and the others. They give him number 3. There we go. This was, by the way, in 1981 when he won Mr. Olympia. He was hard as crazy, although he has some titties on the right side here. I salute that still. Number 2, you guessed it, Lou Ferrigno, the Hulk himself. There we go. Very known figure. The only position I agree with, though, is, shamelessly, of course, Arnold Schwarzenegger has to be number 1. There is absolutely no doubt about it. So this is, their position I agree with. And by the way, I choose this picture, which is the Crucifix Pose. The quality is low. Pardon me for that, but it's pretty much the only one I know of Arnold doing a Crucifix Pose. It is a pose that disappeared nowadays, unfortunately, from bodybuilding, because today guys cannot do it. It requires a great deal of aesthetic. I think, Cedric probably can do it. Shawn Ray can do it. Aside from that, nobody, I think, can basically dare doing this. We had Paul Delatte doing this. We had, Francis Benfato doing this. We had Mr. Olympia 1983, Samir Banout, doing this, Lee Haney, of course, but then it stopped, unfortunately. It is an iconic pose. I do love it. So that's it. However, with all due respect, let me bring you to my list. I call it the LUI list, if you guys allow me. Now, pause for a second. These guys said the most famous bodybuilders, period. The thing is, there is a revolution that happened in 1995, and it is ever so greatly growing by the day. It is called internet, right? I mean, the fame of today's athletes or stars or actors is so much greater than ever. unless you are an icon that transcends the time. We're talking Arnold. Arnold is timeless. He was a governor. He's an actor still. He's the most famous action hero. That's a timeless figure. Forget about his 7 Sandows. There's something that's called timeless. It's like Pelé or Maradona or Zidane in soccer. These guys transcend time. They'll be remembered forever. So of course he will be number 1. But with all due respect, Sandow, be honest, most of you guys, 90% of my viewers, never heard of Eugene Sandow. You don't know him, guys. Most of you forgot Steve Reeves. Let's be honest. Right? You know Lou Ferrigno, but you know Lee Haney more than him. You know Ronnie Coleman more than Lou Ferrigno. Let's be honest. So let me give you my fame list. These guys who are famous because they came, not only their body is outstanding, but their fame was greater and is still shining because of the internet era. Social media all day and daily. And crowned Mr. Olympia, Shawn Ray. I put him in number 10, bro. That's it. Shawn. He was absolutely ecstatic. One of the last guys, representing. Debatable. Some people say he should have won in 96 or even in 94. But back then, the reigning Mr. O was Dorian Yates, hard to beat. It was the Mass Monster era. He had pretty much no chance. But still, he was doing battle versus big guys like Kevin Levroni, Flex Wheeler, Nasser Al-Sambadi, and so on. Talking of which, Kevin, I'm going to give him number 9. For the unaware, he was born in Italy, right? So he's half Italian, half African American, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to show you some picture of him when he was ecstatic. Look at that, right? I mean, he was able to spread his last almost like Dorian, right? And then he became a monster, but still, I have to give him number 9, right? He's also called a Maryland Machine. Number 8. You guys know this deal. Probably one of the most aesthetic guy that ever walked a stage of bodybuilding. This was in 1993. It is a iconic era for him. Iconic time. None other than Mr. Flex Wheeler. Crazy genetics like a snake. Definitely. I salute him, right? So he was number 7 in my list. Number 6, I'll give it to Yates, right? He was a revolution. This was pre-Mass Monster era. This was probably in 1991, wild guess, or even 92. It was still small, but he was still coming hard as crazy. I have to give him number 7. So he came in just when the internet started. He's still Mr. Olympia. He's still shining. His star is still bright. Most of you guys definitely know him, not only because he was a revolution. He has one of the best back, if not the best back ever. That's what's up. Let's move on. Number 4 and 5. This is debatable, guys. I have to put them both together. Although they are somehow what you can call foes, right? So let me fix that real quick to make it rather... There we go. Although they are foes, 1 and 2nd all the time, I think their fame, as per now, is pretty much equal. Because they're nemesis. If you check their social media, their Instagram, the numbers are pretty much equal. Their Facebook following is absolutely equal. And so on and so on. So you cannot... it's up to you. You can toast them both. They can be 4 or 5, but their light is definitely shining. This one is the current Mr. O with 4 times Mr. O. This was a runner-up all the time, right? So that's that. Let's go to number 3, Jay Cutler, right? Jay, again, 4-time Mr. Olympia as well. This guy placed second to Roni Coleman 6 times. 6 times. He lasted in the game. I mean, in the memory of you guys also, we saw his rise. I mean, he started to peak in 2001. That was a long time ago. He placed second back then. He was a youngin next to Ronnie Coleman. Ronnie was afraid of him back then, man. Right? But then again, to knock the champion, you need to definitely to make him KO, right? He was not able to do it until late in his career. But this guy is a champion. His physique is complete. In my reckoning, as I said, probably the most complete physique, because you cannot pinpoint a body part and you will assure me that body part is bad. No. I mean, probably his weakest point is his back. But as per Flex magazine, it is still top 5 backs ever, which is true. I mean, he's thick, has some wrinkles and more details down there. But aside from that, he's still one of the best backs ever. So you cannot knock him out. A complete physique. I gave him the position number 3. That's what's up. Number 2, I have to go with Ronnie Coleman. He's an iconic figure. Again, I've chosen on purpose a 1998 this time around picture when he was ecstatic. He was doing battle versus Flex. He placed first, Flex placed second. Dude, you know, he's charismatic. He has some catchphrases. He's funny as hell. You guys all know, ain't nothing but peanut. Lightweight until today. You know, even though he's old, when he goes to these conventions, everybody recognize him. I think that his star is still shining to an extent that you need to put him number 2. And of course, number 1, you know, the Oak. I mean, it's not even debatable. You guys know it. I choose some specific pictures that you guys all know. This one is definitely known. There we go, showing the abs. And that's it, guys. Tell me what you think about it. This is my list. I did it on the go, quite fast. I don't agree with their list. Let me see actually what you think about it. I'll be waiting for your comments and give me your top 10. Do not hesitate. Tell me if I'm wrong, because I'm sure you guys will differ with me. If you agree, tell me. If not, give me your list in the comment section. Salute you wherever you is on a daily basis, baby, please.